So right now I'm making some of my world famous homemade salsa with homegrown peppers. I just took this plant inside because the weather's starting to get cold here. But this plant right here, it's called a dragon cayenne. And I believe it's like 30,000 to 50,000 Scoville units. I really like these plants because they produce a super high yield and they make some pretty awesome looking peppers. The longer you leave the pepper on the plant here, the hotter it's going to be, and these have been on here for quite a while now and they're starting to dry out. Right here I've got my 19-cent iced coffee, which watch my video of comparing my coffee to Graham Stephan's, along with my like 2-cent salsa that I just made. Elise, I just saw you peek in.
Sorry.
There's Elise. Salsa is actually like super easy to make, and if you grow your own plants, well then it's like basically free.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Salsa is like the best snack ever. I will argue anybody that salsa is literally the best snack ever. This salsa is really spicy. It's really... I get the hiccups whenever I eat spicy things. I have the hiccups. Okay, we're back. So whenever I go on YouTube and I look at all these YouTube gurus who talk about personal finance and investing and different ways of making money, one video that I really don't see very much is talking about goal setting. And that is probably one of the most important things whenever it comes to personal finance, or really anything in life. So I really wanted to take the time to make this video to kind of talk about my own goals and what goals mean to me and how they could possibly help you. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Carly and I like to talk about personal finance in fun and exciting ways to make and invest your money. Whenever it comes to goals, this is going to be the first step to success. Now, a goal is not enough, but a goal is a starting point. A goal is where it all begins. If you think about it, so many people have the goal to make $1 million, to lose a bunch of weight, to be healthy. I think it's pretty universal that everybody's goals tend to be health, wealth, and reputation. So why is it that so few succeed? It's mainly because just wanting something is not enough. It needs to be planned out. You need to be strategic. You need to work for these things. And these things are going to be your goals. And your goals need to be descriptive. They need to have realistic goals. Now I know what you're thinking.
Shoot for the stars!
And that's so accurate, but it's stepping stones. It's good to set realistic goals so your brain can functionally process how to get to this goal, which will later lead to the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal, and you get the point. But setting goals is something that not a lot of people master. A goal is just not wishing. Wishing is set aside from a goal. A goal is something strategic that you can achieve. Your goals shouldn't just be,
man, I really want a lot of money.
That's just wanting something. You can't just want it. You have to know how you're going to get it. That's how you start these goals. So instead of saying,
man, I really want a lot of money,
make a goal of how you're going to get a lot of money. A calculated goal of what's possible to achieve. It could be more like, I want to make $100 in dividend investments by this date. Then from there you can start increasing that amount in those days. That's how the goals work. Goals are not wishing. Goals are not setting dreams. Goals are realistic, achievable points that you can start from and keep going from. Goals are never ending. It's not something that you just hope someday will happen. You can't just lay in bed and say,
one of my goals is to be a millionaire.
But never set any strategic path to become a millionaire. You just have to set goals, realistic goals, stepping stones laid out so that way you can get to that point. It won't just happen. Nothing is going to just come to you, and if it does, that's great, but don't plan on it. Don't plan on things to just come to you. You've got to work for it, and working for it is making those steps, making the stepping stones, and each stepping stone is a realistic goal to achieve to get you to the next point. So now I'll talk to you guys a little bit about some goals that I'm setting for myself right now, so hopefully I can look back at this video someday and say, check, check, and check, because those are my goals and I plan to achieve them. A tip whenever it comes to your goals is to write them down. Something about writing it down makes it more achievable. Whenever you see it written down, it reminds you and it re-emphasizes that passion and that light under your butt to get this stuff done. For example, I like to use post-it notes, and Elise and I will write down our list of goals and then we'll stick it on our bulletin board or our whiteboard over here at the desk. So that way every time we're working and we look over and we look at what we need to do for the day, we also see our post-it note that lists all of our goals. So that way it's constantly re-emphasized in us that these are what we need to achieve, we gotta get working. We can look at that, get us moving, and to remind ourselves of what all of this is even for. When you remind yourself of why you're doing things, it makes you work a lot harder. So instead of going to your 9-to-5 job being like,
why do I even work here? I hate my job.
Re-emphasize to yourself that you are doing this. You are providing this active income because you're taking that money and investing it so that way someday you can have that passive income. You don't have to go into the job anymore. You don't have to listen to a boss anymore because you have the financial independence to do as you please. Constantly remind yourself of why you've set these goals and why they matter to you. And that's gonna help you a lot. And once you achieve those goals, think of how good that's going to feel and why you want that anyways. So one of my first goals that I have for myself for this year is to achieve 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. YouTube has become my newfound and loved passion. I love coming on here to talk about things that I'm extremely passionate about and connect with like-minded individuals who feel the same way about finance and who can geek out about credit scores. But honestly, I love the community on YouTube here because you can talk about things that you're passionate about that you may feel that nobody else likes, and surprisingly, there's a whole entire group on YouTube who likes the same things as you and who gets as passionate and excited to talk about passive income as you. If I could make a career out of this, that would be awesome. That is one of my biggest goals. 1,000 people organically to subscribe to my channel. And the way that I plan to do this is to just keep bringing content. I'm aware that 1,000 subscribers is not just going to come into the door. I have to work for this, and I have to work for people to care about what I'm saying. So my goal is to just be very patient and to work very hard to keep bringing content, make my content better and better. That way people watch it and they get something out of it and it's entertaining. I also plan to reach this by learning how to edit better, getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, because you'd be surprised how hard it is to talk to a camera in a room by yourself with your dog. My next goal that I want to achieve is to receive $700 in dividend checks every single month. Now I plan to make a video about dividend investing real soon because I made one a couple months ago and I've over doubled what I've received in dividends, which is not very much. I didn't receive that much the first month. Even though I received a little under $2, that was a big deal because that was the first marker of me receiving this passive income. Income that is just coming to me while I sleep. Got that $2 in my sleep. But now I've not only doubled it, but I've tripled that so far, with it only being the 2nd of the month of November. That's an achievement and I'm proud of it. So I've set a goal to make $700 a month in dividend checks, and I plan to achieve this by increasing the amount that I put into my dividend portfolio every single week. Right now I'm investing about $200 every single week into my dividend portfolio, investing in different stocks to make sure that my portfolio is diversified. So all my eggs are not in one basket, but they're diversified in multiple baskets, so if one thing fails, it doesn't bother me. My third goal that I want to achieve is getting my real estate license, and I'm actually working on that right now. I'm very passionate about real estate, very passionate about real estate investing and how it can change people's lives. So I thought, why not just get my real estate license and make some money off of this and help other people? That is a goal I'm currently working on right now by taking my course. I am located in Missouri, the gateway to the Midwest, and to get your real estate license here, you need to take a 24-hour course and a 48-hour course along with a proctored state examination. So right now I'm currently chugging my way through the 48-hour course along with the 24-hour course, and I plan to take the exam sometime the end of November. My next goal kind of blends into the last goal, but it's to get my first real estate commissions check. This is a very realistic goal. After I get my check, I'm just gonna keep working as hard as I can, going to as many open houses as I can to make sure that I am just blowing it out of the water. I want whenever people to think about real estate to think of Carly Lamb. I'm going to work my tail end off this year of making sure it's known, making sure I'm getting my name out there, marketing myself, and my very last goal, which is a very large goal and will be very life-changing for me, but is to buy my first rental property by August. Notice I have a date for all of these goals, I have a timeline, and I have strategic ways of getting these goals. And all my previous goals will help me with my last goal of buying my first rental property, because hopefully My dividend checks can start helping me pay the mortgage, along with the commission checks that I'll receive from being a real estate agent. And whenever I get monetized on YouTube, my checks from there will also help me to start investing and building rental properties. These are all of my goals for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you took something from it. If you guys have some strategic goals, write it down in the comments. I'd love to see what your guys' goals are. I'd love to see what you guys are passionate about. And if you guys have any tips for me for any of my goals that I have talked to you guys about today, let me know. This is all a community here on YouTube of personal finance, and I'd love to take whatever you guys have, and I hope that you guys could take something from me today. Make sure to set those goals, achieve your goals. All of you have the power to do it. Just work your hardest, give it your all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys here. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and I welcome you to join me on this journey of YouTube. Catch you on the next one.